Why these 10 smart skills? Are they the only ones? No. I mean, everybody says they look at the 10 skills and they said, where's communication? Where's negotiation? Where's conflict resolution? Where's creativity, innovation, right? Because if you think about it, these are things that we usually think of as soft skills, which now I call smart. Multiple things. On one hand, I was looking at what caused conflict, and conflict in the workplace, primarily in a conflict in the workplace. I'm not a psychologist, so I don't really want to look at personal conflict, but there's a lot of personal conflict that can be resolved through some of the skills. And then I was also looking at what do we teach. So as a professor, as a business school professor, I get a chance to see what do we teach students in our undergrad and graduate programs, but also as an executive education professor, as a coach, as a public speaker, I see what we teach adults. And all these skills were considered to be common sense. So if you look at this, everything is common sense. They might have a fancier name to it, like productive inclusion, but I'll tell you about it later. It is common sense. Now, if this is common sense, why do we have so much conflict? Every time I run an executive session, let's say yesterday I had 120 very, very senior leaders in the room, and I asked them to come up with reasons why working with people is hard. I had thousands. I have pages and pages and pages and pages of reasons why working with people is hard to do. Actually, did you know that 25% of the time we spent in the workforce is spent complaining about people? 25% of our work time is spent complaining about people. That's a day and a quarter a week. Why? So I started to look primarily at what creates conflict, specifically in my universe of a coach, of an executive professor, of a mentor, of an MBA professor, of an undergrad professor. And a lot of the conflict can be found in some of these areas. And like I said, there's a lot others. Actually, everybody can come up with their own. And these are not top 10. As you can tell, it doesn't say the top 10 smart skills. This just says 10 smart skills. But these were, to me, the skills that I felt like created conflict, but they were never taught. And when I would ask people, where do I learn about emotional maturity? They would say, life, family, society, self-help. Well, half of the conflict that we have in the workplace comes from the fact that we don't know how to control our emotions. So if that's so easy, if that's so commonsensical, why do we still have this conflict? And it also came from observing, like I said, observing people that I thought were very, very good at their job. Not from the sharp skills perspective, but they were respected by people. They were they had natural followers, and they were very good followers themselves. And some of them, to be very honest, were like massive aha moments. They're like, have we ever thought about that? Have we ever thought that validation seems to be the most powerful motivational tool? No, we talk about feedback excessively. So maybe 3 sources, right? One is things that I noticed were missing from curriculum, things that gave me a massive aha moment, and things that I observed being surrounded by, difficult but extraordinary people.